Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Focus video. My name is Noah Watt, and I'm excited to be sharing with you today. As you can tell, I'm not Matthew Smith, but I could wear the little hat and preach for a minute if you wanted me to. We'll save that for him. I want to talk to you for just a little bit today, not long, about simply titled The Violin. The Violin. The story goes that tickets had been sold. This concert, they say it sold out within a matter of an hour, maybe even less. It was the first concert after nearly a decade of this world-class violinist not playing any shows anywhere. Tickets were sold. The hype, the buzz surrounding it was enormous. It was massive. But more so than that, this violinist had announced that not only would he be performing, but he would be performing on an over $5 million Stradivarius violin. People were excited just to hear the music that would come from this beautiful instrument. And so the day came, and they sat there in silence as this violinist, he played, and it was so beautiful, and there was just an awe and a hushed respect and reverence in the crowd as he played, and they just said, wow, such beautiful music coming from such a beautiful instrument. And all of a sudden, about 45 minutes into the show, the violinist stopped. And at the horror and at the fear of, and at the amazement of the people there, he stops. He grabs the violin by the neck and smashes it on the ground. A verbal, audible gasp arises from the crowd. How could somebody waste something so valuable and so important? And it played such beautiful music. They all could see the $5 million just shattered into a million shards across the stage. It was at that moment that the MC came out and he made this simple announcement. He said, ladies and gentlemen, what you've witnessed here today is an experiment in beauty. He said, you all came expecting to hear this violinist play on this multi-million-dollar violin, and so you sat there and you hung on every note, on every sound that escaped from it, and yet the entire time the violinist was only playing on a $20 instrument that he got at a local thrift store. See, in student ministry, we can get so worked up with who's talented and who's not talented, whether we have this innate natural ability or whether we don't. And sadly, we can get so caught up in it that we forget that it's not about the instrument that's being played, it's about the one who's playing the instrument. It's not about how good you are or how bad you are, how gifted you are, or how natural it is for you to be a student pastor. What matters is how willing you are to allow God to make music in your life. Sadly, I've seen the most gifted student pastors, the ones with the most natural ability, not lead to their full potential. And I've seen those that maybe weren't born with a natural tendency and a natural talent for student ministry lead well beyond their experience and their education. It's because they understood that it's not about me, it's not about my gifting and my ability only, but it's about me allowing God to work through me. It's about me allowing God to play on me. To let me be the instrument, whether I have $5 million worth of talent or whether I'm a $20 violin from the thrift shop up the street, it doesn't matter. What matters is that God can and will make beautiful music out of your life and out of your student ministry if you'll only allow Him to. If you will let Him play the notes, if you will let Him orchestrate your life, if you follow His will and His leading and His purpose for your life, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter the education you have, it doesn't matter the ability you have. God will make something incredible out of your life, and it will be so awesome and so amazing and so earth-shaking that people will sit in awe and say, wow, there's something beautiful that's happening in that life. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how gifted you are. Yes, we should always be growing, and yes, we should always be learning, and your desire to do that is evidenced by the fact that you're watching these videos at all. But more important than that, more important than any education that you can have, is your willingness and your allowing God to work in your life. That's the only way you're going to accomplish what you feel in your heart to accomplish. what you feel that God is going to do through you, the only way that's going to happen is not by education alone, but by your willingness and your listening to the voice of God in your life. I love you guys. I believe in you. I believe that God has incredible things in store for you. I believe He's going to make beautiful music out of your student ministry. I love you. I know you probably don't hear it enough, but thank you for everything you do for student ministry. It doesn't go unnoticed. God keeps perfect records, even if it seems like everything is not going the way you want it to. I love you guys. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be with you for just a few minutes today. God bless you.